All right, let's talk about Crypto.com, of course, the Crow coin or Cronos, and its long term potential here in this crypto market. And right now, everything is rallying a bit today. Hopefully, everybody's having a fantastic weekend. Crow coin has always been at the top of my list for altcoins that I want to accumulate, altcoins that I think have long term futures and a really bright future at that ahead for Cronos, in my opinion. And there are multiple reasons for that. We're going to dive into it a little bit in this video. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know every single time we put out another video and or go live. So let's dive in and talk about Cronos, because right now we just broke the 14-cent mark. Look at this. This is the daily chart here for Cronos. And you can't see a lot of movement here, but you can see here as it's crossed over that 20-day moving average. And if we zoom in a little bit here in the 1 hour, you could see the price action we have been seeing here from Cronos for about the last 4 days. This has been super bullish. And Cronos is right now on the technicals ready to buy across all of the moving averages from the 10-day, 20-day, 30-day, and 50-day. Even the momentum and MACD levels are showing it a buy on the oscillators. So things are looking on the up and up right now for cryptocurrency. And at least here in the next couple weeks, I think we could see a bullish rally as we get ready for the CPI data coming up on August 10th. But long term here, I am looking at Cronos as a great option. And we almost got to $1 per Crow coin back in the last rally. I want to play a little game here and jump in and talk about what if Cronos had BNB's market cap. A lot of people think of Crypto.com as a early stage Binance, right? And kind of what they're doing. Well, if Cronos had BNB's market cap of about 47.9 billion, or let's call it 48 billion, one Crow would be worth about $1.90. That's an upside of about a 13x from here. And I think this is a really good bet. I think we're going to get here and a lot bigger down the line. But I definitely think Cronos is here to stay. It's got a centralized exchange that has been growing by about 2 million users per year for the last 5 years. It is one of, if not the fastest growing centralized exchange. And right now, they are building so many things on top of the Cronos blockchain. They've got their own NFTs, of course. They've got many other altcoins that people are excited about. Tectonic is one of them that has been ripping as of late. Now, recently, there was an article. I want to dive into this. Crypto.com and FTX bet big on stadium naming rights before the crypto crash. What happens if they can't afford to pay? And there's been some chatter about this. Of course, FTX has the arena down in Miami, and Crypto.com arena is out there in Los Angeles. They took a huge swing. Crypto.com did, right? With committing $700 million for 20 years worth of naming rights for the former Staples Center, the iconic home of the Los Angeles Lakers. They did this back in November 2021. That was the start of the crash. Now, nobody really saw that happening, so the timing was not ideal, but still a very, very big swing that Crypto.com took. And basically, the article kind of goes through that there is some common misconceptions about naming rights. They're not property or assets in the conventional sense. In fact, they're mostly liabilities because they're usually financed over the long term, meaning Crypto.com did not walk in and just hand over $700 million to the Lakers in November. This is something that is ongoing. So I think a lot of people said, well, what if they can't come up with that cash? And I do think this is obviously a bear market, but when we come back, Crypto.com is a household name. FTX, a household name. I even think Coinbase, even though they're going through a lot of these big issues, I think they're pretty safe still. But Crypto.com certainly has a global reach, right? We've seen how many different countries they've got into recently with getting into Italy. They've got regulatory clarity now in Cyprus. So they continue to build. And I'm not worried about this at all in terms of the naming rights for Crypto.com arena there in Los Angeles. I do think that they'll find a way to make this work. And when the bull run comes back, we are just beginning in terms of seeing the influx of new investors. I always talk about that bell curve of new technologies and how they're adopted. We are so early on that bell curve. And once we really get up and rolling here, people are going to flock to Crypto.com and other exchanges like it because of the ease of use, because of their strategic partnerships they have with, of course, the Lakers and Staples Center, the old Staples Center. But more than that, right? How about their partnerships with the UFC? How about their partnerships with the premier soccer leagues? And of course, we've got a huge event, huge event coming up later this summer where Crypto.com is the official sponsor of the World Cup. So this type of exposure bodes extremely well for Crypto.com. It's one of the number of reasons why I love this asset, Cronos, moving forward. Let me know what you think down below, but we're moving up nicely right now, up over 14 cents. We haven't seen that in a little while, which is good to see. And I do think crypto will remain a little bit bullish here in the short term. Let's enjoy it, but let's continue to look at the long term here and play the long game when it comes to our favorite alts like Cronos for me. Let me know your thoughts down below. Always appreciate you stopping by. Thanks so much. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you all in the next video.